Today I'm going to show you how to create a Adobe Spark post using a template. So when you go into Adobe Spark and you start a new project, for this one I used a poster layout, once you have uploaded your photos, which I didn't upload any, you have this page show up, this Adobe Spark page, where you have access to all of these different templates. And so what I wanted to do today was show how to use one of these templates for some kind of collage of your own making. So I'm going to create an invitation type thing. So I'm going to use this template right here where I have 6 photos, a title, and then some information. So I'm going to create using this template. And for this project, I'm just going to use stock photos. So everything that I use is going to be directly from the Adobe stock library. So this is all things that I can just make on the desktop without having any of my own items to add. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually look through the Adobe stock photos, and I'm going to create a school themed, like, first day of school invitation. So just so I can kind of see what I'm working with here before I start replacing any of the photos in the template, I'm just going to search school. And I'm going to see what comes up so I can determine how many photos I have that I can use. So I have a lot of photos that I can use, so I'm going to start replacing the photos in the template with these items. So I'm going to click on one of these cells, and I'm going to go into my right side panel here. I'm going to click replace, and you'll see that it automatically pops me over to the pool setting, which I don't want. So I'm going to go back, hit Adobe stock, and it's going to research for school here. And I'm going to click this image, and it's going to take a second to load. And now this image that I've chosen has gone into the box where the pool side used to be. So I can't make this any smaller, but that's okay. I'm just going to kind of recenter the video. And I'm going to do the same thing for all 6 of these images. And I'm going to pause while I do that for the sake of time. Okay, so as you can see, I have replaced all of the images of the pool items with some school items. And I got all of these images directly from the Adobe stock library. Now, I'm looking at this, I'm realizing that I have like stationary objects, people, and then I've got like this kind of school hallway and then a backpack, and I don't like the order that they're in, so I'm going to go ahead and just select this image, and I just want to flip-flop it with these. So I'm going to just move the image over, and I'm going to click here, and now it has flip-flopped these images. So I have my stationary object on the opposite corner of my other stationary object. I have my student across from my student, and realistically I could do like another location here, but I think this looks pretty good, so I'm going to leave it. Now, I am not having a pool party. This is absolutely a back to school invite. But as I was flipping through the Adobe stock photos, I saw this image here of this back to school pencil. And so I decided that instead of using a text here, I'm going to use an image. So all I did was I clicked on that image, and now I'm going to click on this text, and I'm going to use the delete key to get rid of it. And I'm going to put the pencil where that text was. So I'm going to line it up on this side, and then I am going to expand. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go. I'm going to expand the image to fit my desired space. So back to school. And now all I have left to do is change the text information here. So I can look and I can add a template of text. A lot of these are premium texts, so that's what these little yellow flags mean. So I am just going to add my own text by clicking the Add Your Text. I could also just edit the text here. So I'm going to get rid of the text box that I just added, and I'm just going to double click on this box. We are not going back to school the day after finals. I'm going to make it up. We're going to go back on August 29th, 2022. So this will be for next year. So my back to school date is August 29th, 2022. We are obviously at a high school. We're going to be at 7:30 to 2:30 p.m. But I don't really think students really need the time for their back to school. So I'm going to instead put my classroom, which is 219. And instead of writing free food, refreshments, free fun, because I will definitely not be providing free food or free refreshments um, on the first day of school, I'm going to say be ready to learn and have fun. And I'm going to get rid of those random capital letters. Used to be an English teacher here. And I don't love how plain my text is. So I'm going to go in on my right side tool panel here, and I'm just going to change my text to, we're going to use the stencil. So I'm going to put all of my text in the stencil font. This one too. And then I'm going to make these a little bit bigger so that way they're a little bit easier to read. Just center that. That one's just a little bit bigger, I think. And then I'm going to change the color here as well. So I have this background square, and if I just click on that color, I can change it. So I have a current color palette, and I'm going to go to the More section. So instead of using this, drag and drop here, I'm going to go to More, and I'm just going to pick one of these rows. And I have a lot of these really bright colors, so I'm going to pick colors in this row here. So I think for this box, I'm going to go with this nice deep blue. For this box, I'm going to go with this cool purple. And for this box, I'm going to go with that pink color that was below that purple. So it's really nice, it's really bright, really complements these neon colors up here. And I did all of this just using a template that was pre-made on Adobe Spark. So very easy. I just replaced all of the stock images with different stock images, just changed some fonts and some colors, added a few more images, and now I have a pretty cool back to school graphic that I can post on a social media account, that I can embed in an email, that I can put in on my learning management system homepage. And all of it was done with free items using Adobe Library.